All right. All right. The devil is a liar this morning. A liar, a liar, a
I
liar.
said the same thing. I said, "Oh, you want to play this morning? Okay, that's all right. We good. We good. We got you. We got
Yes,
you."
indeed. Not going to stop this conversation.
Right,
I don't know
right.
what's going on, but we're going to have a party between us. Okay. Take
Yeah.
two. Take two. Let's try this again. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm Jones Harwell. This is Unapologetic on Journeys with Jones Harwell. And joining me this morning is my spiritual advisor, my sister, my rock, one of my inner circle, Elle Chanel. Welcome to my show.
I am so glad to be here. Can y'all hear me all right? I hope y'all let me make sure y'all can hear me okay after all what we had to go through.
Amen. And you know, that was on my spirit last night when I was thinking about our show, the difference between listening and hearing.
Yeah.
I hope you're going to
Yeah.
talk about that a little bit today. But let me set the stage for you. For those of you that do not know my sister friend, please let me introduce you to Elle Chanel. I'm going to let her tell you a little bit about her story, why we are so connected on
Mhm.
so many levels. But she is a writer, an author, a motivational speaker, a minister,
Mm.
fashionista guru. Beyond life, mother, wife. She has so many platforms that you guys will just fall in love with and be interested in. So I'm going to ask her before we get started talking to please tell us a little bit about you, and then we'll get started.
So, hello, good morning, everybody. Um, First thing I gotta say is this is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice
And
and be
be
glad
glad.
every time. So she said minister like somewhere in the middle, but the reality is that's what I am first. I don't think there's anything I can do without talking about Jesus ever. So I just need to say that. Let me put that in the atmosphere as we are on this internet. Okay. So we rebuke the prince of the air right now. We out here in this region, and nothing you can do about it. Thank you, Jones Harwell, for extending yourself my way. So I am Elle Chanel Thompson. We just made the first name and initial because as Jones Harwell knows very, very, very intricately, I just got tired of people mispronouncing my name. So we just made it easy. We just made it easy. So it's Elle Chanel Thompson. I am the wife, the mom, the boss who is super powerful in Christ Jesus. I have Proverbs 31 gold. What that means is I'm out here trying to do everything the Lord gifted me to do. If he gave me an idea, if he gives me a thought, I'm trying to put it out in the atmosphere. So that's Proverbs 31 gold. She's a wife.
Amen.
Husband good. She got favor. She does all that stuff. She takes care of her kids. Her kids love her back. Her husband is known in the gates, which means wives push their husbands up and out of their way. Go on, babe. Do what you. I got this. Go ahead. That's what she does. Send the text. And on top of that, I believe that we all have a purpose, and that once you get into your purpose lane, once you put all your purpose puzzles together, there is nothing that can stop you. And so I try to be the example of all of that, right? And so, as she said, I do all those things. Last year in 2020, I actually did what I'm supposed to, my purpose, which was
Hello.
to launch out into ministry, full-time ministry. My Lord, I can't believe it's almost a year. Yes, all of that. So I am the preacher in the park, ministering in the streets, full evangelistic call. And I am so grateful again that Jones Harwell thought it not robbery to extend herself my way. I'm glad to be here, and I know we're gonna have a good time because we do this anyway. We have a good time all by ourselves. We have a good time anyway, so I know we're gonna have a good time today.
Yes. Let me tell you who joined us. I don't know what, like I said, I don't know what's going on with StreamYard, where now I can't get the comments up there, but Stacy Donald is watching us. Hi, Stacy.
Hey, how are you? The crew is coming in. The crew is coming back together.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, the
For
crew
those
is
of
coming
you,
back together.
yes, for those of you that don't understand, Elle Chanel and another guest that I've got to get on board when I can get on her busy schedule, which is Carla L. Brady.
Yes,
These two ladies are why I'm doing what I am doing today. The push from them, the slow prod, the kick in the back, the slap on the, slap on the face, not figuratively, not literally, figuratively. These ladies are instrumental in why I finally got The Chameleon published.
yes.
I finally stepped into my own faith to come out and do what the two of us, really, the end of 2019, 2020, different avenues but we both ended up in the same place.
Yeah.
So my author friend, straight out of drama.
Yes.
First book.
Yeah. So here's the thing. And it's funny that Stacy's on because I remember going to my interview at a company we used to work for, and she was hiring me. Can y'all let me this thing is just crazy. But anyway, she was hiring me, and in that interview, I'll never forget it because it was like, and in my mind, I was like, yeah. I was telling them in the interview, like, yeah, I wrote this book, and because I had written this book, right, like 20 years ago, I had written this book. And I remember saying in the interview, and they were like, oh, really? Where is it? Is it published? And I was like, right. And so getting to a place where you can release, like, we got writers.
Right.
Okay? It's people that write. They write. They love to write. They love to express themselves with a pen. But the release is the issue. You're not an author. You're not a published author until you're published, right?
Amen.
And so that's where the fear gate really is. It's not expressing yourself. And so the first book, let me show you. Let me tell you what this is. This thing right here. So this thing right here, this little thing. Come on, y'all. Really? But this little thing. This little thing.
I'm gonna figure out how to get these people on this call with us.
Okay. This little thing here is just one chapter out of the book that I said I wrote in that interview almost 15 years ago. And so I need people to understand that it is not just about the writing. That's why I'm a writing coach. I'm not just somebody that says, rubs your back and says, oh yeah, you're okay, you right, okay, so you're an author, yes, praise God. No, I'm, like Lisa said, I'm kicking, punching, pushing. I am telling you, so when we gonna read it? When can we read it? You wrote it, when can we read it? And so that's what this was. This was someone else saying to me, I don't care if it's perfect. I don't care if you're done with it, quite frankly. I'm putting it out there. And she pushed me. She pushed that button. And that's something. Purpose pushers are not always in the forefront. They're not always going to get the credit, right? The public credit, because we don't really care about that. But this right here, not only, so it's called the Drama-Free Blueprint, right? Keys
Right.
to coming straight out of drama. And the reality is, as some people who are joining on who know me personally know, like my life was just riddled with all kind of drama. Like you can't make up the stuff. And so in putting this chapter in that book that's soon to be released, by the way, this year, that book comes out in 2021, seriously. But this chapter was the chapter for me. I thought I was writing it for someone else, and this chapter was for me. Like, this is how you live your life free from drama. Drama is anything, anybody that is coming your way to hinder your progress. That's all it is. I know we think it's a fight, it's a cuss out. No, drama is like your own fears.
Yes.
That's drama. Drama is your own self-sabotage. That's drama. Drama is where you haven't forgiven yourself for not doing it yesterday. That's drama. And so that's what this little thing, 3 main keys that I live my life by, I coach by, I preach on. This is the platform. And that's what some, and Jones Harwell will tell you, that's what happened when she released that first book, right? She realized, like, oh, snap, there's a whole platform. Oh, wait a minute. And there are things, this thing that she's doing right now, is something we talked about. This thing right now, right?
2 years ago, wasn't it? 2 years.
Right, it had to be. It was at least because the reality was when we met, she was doing recordings. Her voice was already on everybody's voicemail. Right? She was already out there, y'all. But that's the key, is that you got to get past the drama, right? You got to get past your fears. You got to get past the hindrances. You got to get past the people that don't believe in you. As a matter of fact, you got to use those people, like the Bible says, as your footstool. Oh, you said I can't do that? Oh, let me show you. Right? And that's what this little thing, like, let me see. Let me see how many I don't even know if it's 50 pages, y'all.
I don't think it is, but it's powerful.
50 pages. But I have had people say to me, you know what? I got past the first introduction and I had to stop because I wasn't ready. Right? They weren't ready because they were going to be accountable now for what they were getting ready to read. Because it's real talk. It's real talk. And I talk about myself. I'm a very transparent minister, writer, author, coach, because I just believe in the power of that testimony. And so I'm not telling y'all to do nothing I haven't done. I just don't believe in it. I'm not trying to show you any place I haven't been because I don't know how to tell you to get there, but I can tell you how to live drama free. It's going to come. You're going to have issues. From the kids to the husband to the in-laws to the job, to trying to release a book, Jesus, you're gonna have drama. Because the other thing is your authenticity. Let me say that. Let me stop right there. The authenticity is what gives your gift the impact.
Woo, say that one more time.
The authenticity is what gives your gift the impact. That's what gives it the power. Like, if you let somebody else tell you who to be once you get out there, then we wasn't waiting for that person. We were waiting for whoever was being built behind the scenes, right?
Right.
We were waiting for the Jones Harwell who can tell you how to do this, how I was thinking about stuff that wasn't even created yet. We were thinking about an internet before internet was there. Right? We were thinking about doing things before. We were thinking about being mothers before we had husbands, right? And how that was going to play. We were thinking about, so that's the key. But you have to be your authentic self. I gotta wear this t-shirt, and my t-shirt gotta have this on it. Okay, it just does, because a regular t-shirt is not cutting it for me. But that's me. Somebody's waiting for her. And that's what you have to get past. You got to get past the drama, the hindrances, the fear of just being yourself. Like that's drama. That is drama. You ain't never going to be nothing. That's drama. How do you deal with that? And so in my book, this little less than 50-page debut book, I give you 3 quick and dirty keys on how to live it, walk it out every day, put it into practice. And let me tell you, and the journal, there's a companion journal.
Yes.
Lord have mercy. 21 days of free, right? Because there's a habit that you have to form. There's a habit of living this practical, drama-free life.
Mm-hmm.
I always believe in the how, right? So as a writer, you got to answer some questions when you're writing. If you're a writer for real, who, what, where, when, how, and why, right? And so I'm that how person. Like, can you tell me how to do it though? Give a person the blueprint. Give a person, again, authenticity is going to keep them out of your lane. Let me say that again. You don't have to worry about giving somebody the roadmap, the blueprint to do what you did, because authenticity is going to keep them out of your lane. There's no other person that's going to build it. No matter how many people get that blueprint, nobody's going to build it the same way as you. Stop tripping. Right. And so that's one of the ties, the tethering that Jones Harwell and I have, is that we'll be like, did you know about this? Did you hear about that? We are constantly sharing what we like right away. Like, not let me try it for, like, try this and let me know how it go for you. Or, girl, did you see that? Because she's building her stuff over there and I'm building my stuff over here. And it doesn't matter that we both have the same tools. Exactly. A hammer is not the same. A hammer is a hammer is a hammer. A nail is a nail is a nail. What you build with it is up to you. I personally ain't using hammers and nails because I'm just not crafty like that. That's why I'm married to the man that I'm married to.
Hello.
He's the builder. But catch this. I need y'all to catch this. But in being authentically me, I got everything is a blueprint to me. And I'm married to an architect. I need y'all to get those puzzles. I need y'all to
yes.
Everything I can
and the architect.
I can see it, but he can build it. He can say, put this here, put that there. So I need y'all to understand, everything in your life is part of a purpose puzzle, and it's only for you. It doesn't matter how many times somebody may do what you think you're supposed to do, because if they're doing it, chances are that wasn't what you're supposed to do. Hello. So that's what these 2 books are. Listen, 21 Days to Free is on and popping. And let me tell you why I know it's on and popping. Because it has taken roughly 3 years to get it out, to release it. It didn't take 3 years to write it. It took 3 years to release it. And I'm still catching kinks. Like, I'm still catching kinks. Like, oh, you really don't want this out there. You don't want people to get free. You don't want people to form a habit of living past their drama. But I promise you, it's getting released, and this is here 2021. So that's the key, Lisa. That's the key to coming straight out of drama, is being your authentic self, right? That's your power.
Yes.
Is learn how to forgive real quick. Autopilot. Put your forgiveness on autopilot. Start with you. You didn't do it. You didn't do it. Anybody dead? No. Okay. Look, you didn't do it. You lost out on the opportunity. Another one will come. Like, forgive real quick.
Or plant your feet to be there.
Yeah. And the thing about life is it's so cyclical. Oh my God, life is so cyclical that the opportunity that 10 years ago was presented, guess what? I guarantee you it's coming back. And the next time it comes back, it might look a little different, but it's going to serve the same purpose. I mean, it's just like that. So just forgive yourself, let it go.
Mm,
Move
mm,
on.
mm.
Like quick though. Don't take time. Be gracious to yourself. God is gracious to us in a way that we can't even describe. Be gracious with yourself. That's how you live drama free. Because the minute that somebody comes to you and they're not in grace, you could be like, not doing that. You're not coming in grace. You're coming in condemnation. You're coming in, with some catastrophe. You're coming. Nope. Now, when they come in grace, then we can talk, because now we're gonna have a conversation. They're gonna reason together. So
Yeah.
all of that, that's the author part. That's in here. That's what's coming down the pike. We are.
Let me add a tidbit to that. I was talking with Dr. Tashika Green on
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, and she says after you get to that 21st day, okay, you're changing your mindset, right?
Mm-hmm.
On that 22nd day, when you start, that habit then has been formed. And I loved how she did that. She was like, it
Yeah,
takes 21 days, but it really takes 22, because if you're doing it on the 22nd day,
you got it. It's
you
in there.
got it.
You
You got
got it.
it. You got
Listen,
it. You
listen.
got
Can somebody just raise it? If there's any mamas listening, can y'all just tell me about when y'all taught your child potty train? How many days? Like
to do
they
it.
wasn't potty train on the first day, right?
I sent
And if
him to somebody else.
if you got boys, right? And if you have boys, Lord have mercy, on the 42nd day.
Yes.
But eventually, some way, somehow, they got it. And that's
Exactly.
basically what it is when you have something in you that you're supposed to give out.
Mm-hmm.
You don't care how many times, how many cycles you got to go with a person. Like, I don't know how many times I'm going to have to do 21 days to free. I don't know how many times a person is going to have to read it, but I promise you that keep doing it until the 22nd day comes. I like that.
Yes.
I like
Yes.
that.
That was a great analogy that she gave.
Yeah, I like it.
Perfect. I do love that. I do love that. So, you and I can talk all day, but I'm not going to try to talk all day, because I know you got little kids. Mine is grown and out the door. So, but still got things to do to get them ready for taking senior pictures tomorrow.
Woo,
Woo!
my baby. I can't believe it. I can't believe y'all. See, y'all don't understand these roots run deep. I cannot believe because I remember praying for him.
Yes.
Right. I remember, rubbing that belly.
Yes.
I remember washing her feet. Y'all don't understand. So this right here, this is real. This is
It
real
is
right here.
real. It is so real. It is so real. So real. So let's talk about being authors, because everybody, the first question that I always get, or questions I get, is how did you get started? Um, what's the process?
Hmm.
Get that a lot. Get that a lot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then, well, how do you find your platform?
Mm-hmm.
So let's take the first one. You love English and you love words, and you've spoken of that often. For those of you that have not heard her speak, I'm telling you guys, you're missing something. You are missing something. This is why I love her so much, because when my energy is low, I need a pick me up. I can text her. She may get back to me in 2 or 3 days, but when she does,
My
I'm
Lord.
good for a year. I'm good for 6 months.
Mm, mm,
So,
mm.
author.
Here's the thing. You become an author simply by publishing a work. Okay, let's not, it ain't all that. Because the reality is there are people out there, and this is one of the things I do in my coaching, right? I need to know why you're here. Why are you in my author blueprint series? Why do you want to become an author? Because some people just want to become an author so they have a book. And
Right.
no judgment, right? I have a judgment-free zone. But the reality is as simple as this. You're an author because you published a work. You're not special yet. Sorry, you're not, right? You're an author because you crossed over the threshold and you released something that you wrote. Now you are a writer, right? All day. You like me, I love words, I love English. I've been writing since my mother literally said, like, I was like 2. If I could hold a pencil or a pen or something and it was giving me something on the paper, like, I love the pen to paper, I love the words. I've always done that. And so I've always been a writer. I just became an author. And it was like that. One day you're not, and the next day you're an author. So like, I think they put the weight on what they think author, the title gives you, but it doesn't make, that title doesn't make you yet. Again, being yourself, what you bring, what you released, right? Now, what's in your book, right?
Right.
What's in there? What we talking about? What words did you use? What research, right? Because so Jones Harwell is a fictional novelist, right? That ain't my lane. Right? But she is a master at that. Her creative mind works in that. That's her as an author. And nobody else can be that. So I think that when we say author, we get caught up in a title. Just like when somebody says a doctor, like, okay, you're a doctor, but are you masterful? Are you special? Is there a technique that you're using? Is there something you're bringing? Because we've had authors before us, right?
Right.
Come on. I mean, you know how many books that they sell on Amazon? Barnes and Noble. I mean, how many books are in the library that are not being read? Come on, y'all. So it's not just about being an author. It's about being an author. Who is the author being? And I mean, so I love words and I'm word playing right now.
Yes. Come on with it.
You're a human being. Who are you being as the author? And that, I think, is when you get into, like, do you really want to be an author? Because just writing and releasing something and throwing it out there and saying, okay, if they buy it, they buy it. That's where, again, like, that's when you progress to the process of who you are as an author and the platform of who you are as an author. I mean, that's just how we broke into the game.
Exactly.
If you want, like, I happen to break in as an author. I could have broken any other, right. There's other avenues to break into, right, and get on what platform or make that platform you're supposed to be on. But you chose to break into it as an author. You're now a podcaster. You're now a vlogger, right? You broke into the game as an author, and that's who you are. You're going to write some stuff. She's going to come read them books, y'all. But the process, right? And that was the same for me. I've always been a writer. It was just a matter of starting to release stuff that I thought about. Oh, I thought about this. What y'all think about this? Here, let me throw this out there. Let me see. And then I began to build on the book, right?
Right.
You begin to build the platform on the book. That is the process, right? I'm all about building a legacy of living free. How? Get yourself the drama-free blueprint. Start right there and build and build. The freer you get, the more you can build, the bigger you can build. And that is how, that's what author is. It's simple. Like, I'm real talk, right? Okay, you're author, but I'm not even tripping about how many books you sold. I'm tripping about the impact of the words that you sold, the words that people are reading. How is it changing their lives? How is it inspiring, right? And so I think at the end of the day, that's really the core of when you say that word author. Like, I'm not automatically impressed because you're an author. And I impugn that on myself, right? I don't want you to just be impressed because I say, oh, I'm a best-selling author. Okay. why? You know, we have a thing as consultants. We had this question we always had to ask clients, like, so what? Okay, yeah, right, got it. Great. So what? And I think that when an author can answer the question, that is critically important, because once you write it down and release it, it's there forever.
Right. One of the individuals that was on earlier while we were having technical difficulties, Dr. Larry White, he's the national chair of the business group that I'm a part of, Signature Masterminds and Entrepreneurs.
Amen.
Signature Entrepreneurs and Masterminds. Let me get it right. Entrepreneurs and Masterminds. And he has always been about community service. And part of his platform that he helped to build and he talks about it in a few of his books, but one that I love so much and that I have the privilege of publishing the second volume 2 is The Iron Sharpens Iron. That comes from Proverbs 27:17.
Yeah.
And he talks about that. He talks about the process. You know, even when you are building somebody up,
Yeah.
you know, and you're coming together as a collective group and a collective body to help everybody, that's still that iron that you keep sharpening.
Yeah.
You keep sharpening. You keep sharpening. And it's people have to understand that there's always a process.
Yeah.
And, you know, the chameleon for me was a jumpstart. It was a bucket list item.
Right.
But God said, you have more stories still to tell. You got this whole folder of story ideas that you done put out here. So don't say that to me. Don't say that to me. But then that wasn't his purpose for me. That was just a platform to get me to the purpose he wanted me to be at. And finally, I listened. I jumped around it for years.
Yeah.
Opportunities kept coming back around. But as you said, the drama, my drama, fear. Oh, nobody wants to really hear my voice. Oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, I don't think I have a seat at the table. But when you finally get out of your own way and you listen to what God is telling you, people, I'm telling you.
It's so simple, but people make it so complicated. And that's one of the things that I am constantly putting out. Don't let anybody complicate your Christ. Don't let them make it more than it is. Some things are just really simple. They're not mystical. They're not deep. And that's how I preach, right? I'm the real talk preacher, right? Keep it 100. Hey, with all that fluff, because the fluff doesn't get you drama free. It doesn't get you free. The fluff don't get you free. The fluff makes you feel good, and that's part of it. You need endorphins, right?
Right.
You need some feel good. You need some chocolate, right? But in order for you to really operate in freedom, keep it simple. Step by step. It's not that deep. And that's the part, is like, just follow the instructions. And a thing I love that you're touching on is that it is a constant call. We think it's like, yo, and then what if you heard it, if you heeded it, it's over. The call is over. No, boo. You are going to keep getting the call. You're going to keep getting the opportunities. Again, it's cyclical. God is like, I called you in 1999. Okay, you ain't ready. Okay, I'll be back. And the thing about him coming back that I love is that you're going to be stronger, you're going to be wiser, but you're going to have more to carry with it. See, like, had I done this without a husband, without kids, it's a lot of stuff in the background I wouldn't have to manage. But I have now the wisdom to manage it, the strength to manage it, and the support to management. So it's still all good. But be clear. He's going to keep on requiring you to do what your purpose is. You don't get out of that. You don't get out of that purpose. You don't get out of that call. It's going to always be your itch. It's going to always haunt you. Like I said, you're going to always do stuff and be like, why am I doing it here? So that's my thing. I'm writing proposals and standard operating procedures and program directives and email correspondence. I'm writing for work.
Right.
I'm writing in a genre that I despise. Rules, regulations. Or I'm writing. And he said, and you're going to write as a slave until you decide that you want your freedom.
Mm.
You're gonna do what you do, what your gift is as a slave until you take the opportunity to get free. And that's what this is. I remember we having those conversations, and I'm like, girl, this ain't about that first book. Whatever it is, yeah, just let that out. Let's just get that out. Am I right? I'm not talking to you about that. I'm not talking to you about that book. No, I ain't talking about that book. I'm going past that. I'm going to where you said you are supposed to be. And that's what she's doing right now. It's all about purpose. It's all about this cycle of life. That is the process. That is the process. Look, the Bible says he is perfecting us until the day that he comes back. So stop trying to be perfect. What wasn't perfect yesterday, perfect it today. If you don't perfect it today, get up tomorrow morning. Keep going. That's the process. The process is, it's not like it's a rat race or a hamster wheel. It is the cycles of God. And it's okay to be in his cycles, because every time, right? We in 2021, we done had another trip around the sun, right?
Yes.
We spinning all the time. Stop tripping about a cycle. Stop tripping about spinning. Like, simplify the big stuff so that you can pay attention to the stuff that concerns you, the stuff that's right here. That's right here. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because if all that is, okay, that's going to happen. That's up there. That's big. That's way out of my control. Now I can just, this I can do. This right here, right? The stuff that's right near your bosom. The circle of influence that you have, whatever that is, then you start to say, oh yeah, I can do this. We never thought that we would be doing this.
No, we didn't.
When they started talking, okay, so let me just quick the process. The process is, we were in telecommunications.
Mm-hmm.
Telecommunications came before information technology. Okay, it's the grandfather, okay, of information technology, and here we sat, not because we wanted to, not even necessarily because we liked it, but because that's where we got jobs.
Hey.
I'm just being clear. We got jobs as telecommunicationists, working around, telephones and sonic rings and all of this stuff that we didn't even. And we got jobs there, and we learned all about media and all about, data and voice and all this stuff.
Security.
Oh my goodness. So y'all talk about information security.
Customers.
Woo! Client services, right?
Yes.
All of these things. And using a computer. Y'all, I didn't even know how to use a computer. I knew how to use a typewriter. I didn't know how to use a computer. And so we were there before any of this. And here we are now we're in this new cycle where we're doing the thing. How easy did God make it though? Like, had we tried to do these things back then, how hard, how challenging. Now it's like click, 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 boom, click, click. Okay, let me send this, boom, boom. Right? And so look at the wisdom of God. That's the process. It's to just go with it. Forgive yourself for whatever you didn't do. And when you look back on it, like, I just did, like, woo, that would have been way hard back then. I'm glad I did it now. Like, that was hard. Like, Facebook is free. I would have had to pay to build it. Come on, Jesus. Amazon is a multi-billion-dollar marketplace platform. Lord, I would have had to what? I can self-publish. I can help other people publish. I don't want to tell y'all how many we're talking about the process, how
Yeah.
many self-publishing packages I have printed out to figure out, okay, who am I going to let publish my first book that I didn't use? And they were $5,000 and $10,000. I don't want to tell y'all KDP is free.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the process is what it is. Just do it. Don't get out of the process. That's the key, because then you're just restarting.
Exactly.
Don't
Exactly.
do that. You know what I mean? That's what this is about. And that there are people that are going to be strategically placed that are going to push you and make sure you get to where you need to get to.
I'm trying to get these comments up because we got Stacy still commenting, and somebody who's going to be joining us as a vlogger.
Yeah.
Donna.
Oh, yeah.
Atmosphere. I'm calling you out, sis.
Lifestyle with a Richard Davis. Come
on. And that, you guys are in for a treat with her. And my brother, who I will be interviewing next Monday, Ron Donovan. Woo!
What?
Yes.
If you don't get over here and get me some shoes, if you what y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. Again,
and he's not coming to talk about shoes. He's coming to talk about your soul. So stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Wait a minute. Okay, so I gotta play on these words.
Yes. Come on with it. Come on with it.
Okay, come on, Ron. Let's get it. Let's get right. And that's the thing. That's the thing, that when you go ahead and align yourself with the purposes of God, He makes shoes, but He want to talk about the. Y'all don't see. I can just run around like I can have church all the time.
If he's watching, I'm gonna see if I can get him on here right quick. Let me see if I can add him.
Y'all don't get this though, and how I love shoes, and that the blog is coming.
Yes.
Come on, scripts and stilettos. Right, come on. Right. This is all purpose. This is all purpose. Right. This is not for posturing. No one gets to their purpose by posturing. This is a humble road. This is it's a humbling road, and it's a humble road. Because when we begin to, again, when you find out who the author is being, then you get to say, wow, that's why I want to read a Jones Harwell book, because I know who the author is being when she's not writing, right? That's why I want to read an Elle ChanelThompson book, because I know who the author is being when they're not writing. They're being all these other things. They're growing, they're learning, they're giving back. That's part of it. Part of the heart of an author, someone who really wants to release their stuff, not a writer, because you can be a writer, no judgment, right? I got plenty of journals. But when you want to release it, you want to keep releasing stuff. You want to connect. There's a purpose in wanting to connect with someone else about your words. Come, talk to me. Come, tell me how this impact. Come, let's talk about what you think about that. Oh, let me tell you how I researched that. There's so much to writing. What were you feeling when that came out? What made that character come to the forefront? Those are things. That's when it's the being. Now I got to check out who the author is being. And that's what I just want to keep, like, bucket list item, no judgment. If you're one of the things, if you're a speaker and if you're a paid speaker, one of the first things they're going to tell you is you need a back table. This goes in, your books and your pamphlets and all that. That goes at your back table. That's for sales. That's being in the marketplace. No judgment. When celebrities write books, well, they don't write books. Let's start there. There are people like us behind the scenes writing the book.
Writing the book. Mm-hmm.
Writing the book. Okay, they're not sitting down writing. They're not laboring for 3 years writing a book. Okay. But when celebrities produce and release a book and they put their name on it, right? It's to do something. The book, being an author, it's to do something else. It's to be something else. It's not, I love Stephen King. I use him all the time because for every book, for every 500 pages he pushes out, right, at some point, someone's going to want to make it a movie.
Yes.
And I don't mean no harm, but I can count on one hand how many Stephen King books I've read, but I've watched nearly all of his movies, right? So understand that. It's about who he's being. He's so detailed and so, he writes so much. It gives somebody so much to work with. That's what an author does. It gives you something to work with. And that's let me tell you something. That's powerful stuff right there, y'all. I'm telling you, authenticity is power. He ain't trying to write a love story, y'all. Stephen King that's his lane. The king of horror. Okay? He don't care what y'all think. He gonna keep writing them novels. That's what it's all about. Being who what is inside, letting it out.
Yes.
Okay. However that looks, some people are going to love it. Some people are going to hate it, but get it out. And that's the thing, right? That's the thing. We are constantly get it out. What's next? Mm-hmm. She'll call me back. Do you know about this? You're supposed to do this. And I'm just like, but I've learned in wisdom to just be obedient. God is always calling. The call, he's always at. He said, okay, you did that part. Great. You got an A+. Come on, another one. Here's another one. Here's something else. Here's another area I want you to be impactful. Here's another platform I need you to influence with you. We got all those other influence. Now we need Jones Harwell's influence. Now we need Elle Chanel's influence. Now we need Ron's. Okay, right? And that's how he does. And he's always moving. Last year we lost. Oh my God, we lost so many people.
Yes.
Right? We lost from the top to the bottom. From the top to the bottom. To the named, to the nameless. Right? Right. And here's what God, and I kept lamenting. Oh, I was Jeremiah last year, y'all. I was the weeping prophet. I kept lamenting. We lost people to COVID. We lost people to gun violence. We lost people to oppression. We lost people to police mishandling. We were just losing folk, and it was all on display. And I said, Lord, I'm lamenting. And he said, listen, when I do something, I am wise. He said, I'm wise about what I do. I am perfect and omniscient in what I do. So don't lament for the fallen. Pray for those who are still standing. Because now some people who didn't go through the drama-free blueprint, some people who are not ready to conquer their fears are going to have to now. They are being thrust into some people who lost their pastors and they are next in line to pastor and they were not ready. Some people have lost their monarchs and their matriarchs and their patriarchs to their family and they were not ready to lead and guide their family. Pray for those people. And that's part of the drama-free blueprint. That is part of helping people to forgive, forget, and flourish. Go forth. Let it go. And don't forget it like it's not a memory. Forget it like it matters now. It mattered then, but it doesn't matter now, right? So
Right.
that's that whole, and again, you got to live that out as things come. That's, we're talking about process. We're talking about platforms. Pastors went from the pulpit to the internet, scared to death, right? So we are moving. It's all we're always in a process. Don't fear the process because you can't get out of it. You're breathing. It's a process. You know what it takes for you to breathe? Like the biology of a blink and a breath. Do you know what your body has to do on autopilot? That's the same thing we have to do in our conscious mind on autopilot.
Mm, mm, mm.
Get over it. Get through it. On auto, blink and breathe. Like how many times have we took a breath?
Right.
Our bodies know exactly what to do. We don't tell our brain doesn't say, "Oh yeah, by the way, we got to take another." No. The thing you have to think about is holding your breath. That's what takes the thought. I gotta hold it, and you're holding it, and meanwhile you're killing yourself. Let it out. Let it go. Stop holding anything in. Let it out. So I'm just
Ooh,
yeah,
my-
no, because I didn't come to preach nor
I,
teach. I didn't come to do none of that.
but we said we're gonna have the conversation, and where it goes, where it goes. I am going to have you back on. We have been on almost an hour. Can you believe it?
Yes.
I told y'all, be ready. When I say get ready, are you ready? I'm bringing you folks that is going to put some fire, going to bring you energy, going to give you life, and leave you feeling fulfilled when the
Yeah,
conversation is over.
I love
I
it.
enjoy you today. I know we're going to talk some more offline. Please give everybody your information where they can find you and
Mhm.
talk about you didn't talk about it, but you talked about it. The Sunday platform where they can find you on Sundays. And
Right, right. So we are building. Right? We jumped out, we're building. So on Sundays, we are preaching out in the park, obviously, weather permitting. You can find us right now live on Facebook at MiniStreet to You. So MiniStreet, the number 2, and the letter U, MiniStreet to You. Find us on Facebook. We go live there. We're going to be building and shifting. We're going to be on YouTube soon, y'all. I'm not ready, but I'm going.
I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying to push you, y'all.
Okay, so that's where you can find the ministry and everything about it. We're going to be some good, great things this year. And if you just want to talk to me, just regular old me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Elle Chanel Speaks. So the letter L, Chanel, and Speaks. You can find me there, and www.LChanelThompson.com is the website. So from there, you can find me and contact me. But listen, I'm
One
out here.
thing we missed talking about. What about super powerful?
Uh, right. So I started a group. See, this is the thing when you get all this stuff. So I have a group, a village. I call it the village. It's an online village of wife, mom, bosses. We are super powerful with Proverbs 31 goals. That's who I am. That's who I am at my core. And there's a village of us who we just talk to each other and chill and laugh and joke and build each other up. We are moving towards live sessions of coffee conversations and tea talk because it's expressional. And we will be doing that. So that's basically for the mother like me who I just need to talk to somebody outside. Like if I'm talking out loud, I just need to know if there's anybody. Are y'all feeling me or am I crazy? So that's
You're
the way.
feeling me. I'm telling you, I've got some people on. My cousin Evangelist Cade is
Yes.
watching us. I know she follows you often. Prophetess Julie Canada, thank you, my sister, for listening in today. Carlton Herndon, sir, I need to speak with you because I want to learn how this gentleman went from his career to what he's doing now. And he
Mhm.
has a Saturday show here local. It's on the internet. He actually goes into the studio. So I'm waiting to contact him and talk to him soon as well. Thank you, Carlton, for coming on and listening to us today. And again, Stacy, thank you. Your comments to both uh, Letitia and I, you don't
Yeah,
know what it
yeah.
means. You
She
really
knows.
don't know what it means
She
because you know
understood.
a lot of our journey.
Yes. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Listen, don't play
Yes.
with it. Don't play with it.
And my girl, Donna Lloyd Manning, once she puts her mind, it's in her thought process, and she's coming up with her platform. Trust and believe. She's another one, you guys. You're not going to want to sleep on her at all. And next week on Monday evening, my brother, my brother. I have a blended family, you guys. So
Mhm.
I am the only girl and there are 7 boys behind me. Okay. So between my parents, I have 2 brothers. Between my dad and his wife, there are 2 sons and 2 sons they fostered. Between my mom and my bonus father, there's 1 more. And when I tell you, I'm not the only one in my family, I just stepped up to the plate to join them because these are some pretty interesting guys.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They don't play no games.
They do not. They come correct 100%.
Yeah.
College grads, entrepreneurs, business leaders in our community. So when I say sis had to be like, oh, okay, my brothers are showing out out here. But it says to the testament of our family. We support each other, we encourage each other, we stay prayed up. We came from praying parents. So they always gave us, an opportunity to build that platform for us and say, go get it. There it is. We gave you the tools. Now you guys decide whether you're going to go get it or not. And I cannot wait for Ron to talk about his new adventure and
Mm.
uh, follow him on Facebook and IG, The Soul Strategist, because he's
Mm.
talking about your soul.
You know, you gonna get a T-shirt or something, Ron. Let me tell you, we gonna brand this right, Ron.
He's already started.
Come on,
When I say Ron come, and when he comes at 100. He's there. So I'm just telling you guys, I'm trying to play catch up. I'm sitting here still trying to figure out the brand. I finally came out with a something that I think just kept singing to my spirit, which was, my spirit, my truth, my resilience. I say that a lot on my tag. And another tag that I'm using is my boss lady mood.
mm-hmm,
Because you
mm-hmm.
gotta have a mood
You got
every day.
you got you
No
gotta have
mistakes.
a mood.
You got to have a mood when you step in the room. And for me to say that to myself and affirm that to myself every day, I get more confident every time I walk in
Yeah.
that walk. It's
And
my mood.
let me tell you something, y'all. And that's the thing. Um, being tethered is not the same, right? I got this thing now. I'm like, did they cross your path or are you covenant connected? Because
Mm,
they're two different things. Yeah, these revelations are crazy. That's what I'm saying. These things, and so be cognizant of the difference between somebody crossing your path, because that's going to happen, and those are ordained as well.
yes.
Covenant connections are when you are tethered in the spirit. This, like Elle Chanel and Jones Harwell, like we know our full govies and stuff,
Mhm.
right? We are tethered to one another in the spirit. I can wake up and say, okay, I got to pray over my family over there in that region, or I got to say some stuff over my godson and things like that. That's different. And so for me to be tethered to someone who doesn't have any sisters naturally, biologically, and to be her baby sister, because that's who I am to her. I'm her baby. I'm all
Yes.
of Donna, everybody. I'm the baby. I'm the baby of the bunch.
Yep.
I'm the little one. I'm the run of the litter. That's me. But to be that to them, to be their baby sister, I had to bring my authentic self. And for her to be the big sister to a little sister, not a little brother, right? Because she's got those. And for me to get all those brothers, right?
Yes.
That were closer to me, because my brother and I are 21 years apart, right? And
Right.
so to get those brothers, including her husband, that's my first thought. You know, he don't play, right? To get that, y'all gotta understand how stuff is so intricate. God is so strategic and so detailed in what he does. And then, you know, one of my bonus brothers got the nerve, the audacity to want to be a shoe designer. What manner? And wait a minute, and my bonus other mother got the nerve to be an evangelist. Lord have mercy. Look, y'all understand how this thing runs deep, because I didn't grow up in church. So to be tethered to someone who got all of that, right? And I just needed a big sister. This is deep, but it's simple, because I could have very easily not connected with her. Could have very easily said, she don't know about me. I ain't being real with her. Because real is going to recognize real.
Hello.
If you're not real, yeah, I'm telling y'all, we could write. Matter of fact, it might be a book. This might be her. This might be another novel. We're just going to replace the names to protect the innocent. We're not going to make it an autobiography. No, we're going to make it a novel. Because the things that have happened and the way that they've happened have impact.
Yes.
We probably need to go ahead and put that down,
Mm-hmm.
you know, on a calendar somewhere for a project, because when you talk about how things happen, that is a story.
That is
That
a
is a
story.
story to be told. Amen. I'm excited, Ron. Come on, bring it. Bring it. Bring them out. Bring them out. I'm ready. Y'all know it from the hood. Oh yeah, that's my tag. You know, hood to holy. It can happen. Come on, Ron. You bring it. I'm ready. Let's do this. A family affair. Come on, Donna.
Family affair.
Come on, Donna.
Yes.
Let's get it. Let's stop playing the game. Listen, our son. Look, we have legacy to build, and that's the other thing. That's the final thing I'll say. Living, building, and then living a legacy of free to do whatever comes to your mind. Do that. Be that. Don't hinder yourself. This is 2021. Don't hinder yourself. Do that which sets your soul ablaze, the thing that burns that you can't get rid. Do that and watch the other stuff. Matthew 6:33, but seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all this stuff will be added unto you. Like, that was the key for me. Just do it like you know you can do it. Go ahead and say Jesus. Say Jesus as many times as you want to say Jesus, because I can't not say Jesus, right? Say Jesus and still put your lashes on and still put your lipstick on and still write these books and still coach these clients and say Jesus 2 more times and still take these pictures. Do that and watch how God, you preach in the park with the lashes and the t-shirts and the heat. Do it. Be you. Y'all don't even understand how this is. Doing you is the simplest thing to do. Easiest thing to do in the world. I am excited about this podcast and the platform and the influence that it is going to do. Like, y'all, I'm praying over it right now. Yeah. Like, Michael Basin, great. D.L. Hughley, great. These radio personalities, that's what they've been doing. But you got somebody of the same caliber right here in Jones Harwell. Trust and believe. She's a journalist and researcher par excellence. Ain't going nowhere. I love you.
I love you. Can't help that. You got that for free all day in a bag of chips.
I'm good. And we can do this whenever you want. I always gonna bring my tea.
You will do that. That may be something that we need to now. My tags are coming up online. It's like it's hi Deanna. It's like, but it's like so. I've been shouting out to people on my phone, and then this one shows up. So everybody that has joined in to watch us today, you have been blessed. I know my soul and my spirit has been blessed. This will be something that we talk about that maybe we'll do once a quarter. Let's talk about that offline. Let's talk about that offline.
See, don't say.
More. But you know what? If God says, then we do and we follow. So thank you, my sister. Thank you once again. Give out all your information as to where people can find you on Facebook, Instagram, Sunday afternoons, and during the week.
On Sundays, go to Facebook right now. We go live in the afternoons, MiniStreet to You. So MiniStreet, the number 2, the letter U, MiniStreet to You is where we go live. It's where we put all of our ministry related things. Everywhere else, I am at Elle Chanel Speaks. That's Instagram, that's Twitter, soon to be YouTube as well. We're moving out. We're moving out. But that's where you can find me. And www.LChanelThompson.com is where you can find everything about me getting close. The blog is getting ready to get out there. So you're going to want to get on there and sign up for that. I'm excited about that. Lord have mercy. I'm excited about that. I love you, Jones Harwell.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you, my sister. So, as I mentioned again in closing, on Monday, January 25th, Ron Donovan. I have coming up, and that closes out my January unless I feel some inspiration. On Friday, starting my February platform, I have Dr. Clarice Kavanaugh on February 5th. That lady right there, woo, wee, beautiful, powerful. Can't wait to talk to her. On Sunday, February 7th, my sister out of Chicago, Eve Gomez. Y'all don't want to miss her. I have on February 11th, my cousin, Prophetess Jacqueline Cade, who was instrumental in finally giving me the final push to the purpose. So we're going to talk about a little bit about that on that day too. And then on the 16th of February, I have Dave Ward. So I'm interested to talk to him. And he has an interesting history and just an amazing gentleman. So I'm going to put something else in the air here because Prophetess Julia Cade, Canada, is still with us. I'm just going to say I'm waiting on you, sis. When you're ready, that's going to be another one. Pay attention, y'all. I don't do this for anything. I do this because God directed it. God said follow. I'm leading. And if I reached one.
Right. Can you say that part? Like, see, yeah.
One, it is job well done.
Can please, if I reached one, it's job well done.
Yes.
One.
One.
And we in the book, y'all. We ain't quoted a scripture. I just want y'all to, let me tell you, we ain't quoted a scripture, but I promise you we in the book. All up in the book, all up in it.
Yes, 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 indeed. Love you, sis. Hug
Love
your kids for me.
Oh,
Hug
yeah.
your husband and your mama.
Listen, hug everybody. Look, give hubby a pound. Give my brother a pound.
Will do. Will
I
do.
love you.
Love
Until next
you.
time. Yes, until next time.
Jones Harwell, and I'm signing off for today. Get out, be about somebody, touch somebody, care about somebody.
Yes.